Hari Om to all the divine Atmajyotis and welcome to today's contemplation session of the Bhagavadgita Satsang. So we have been listening to Prabhuji's Purna Yoga talks, and based on that, we are contemplating on every chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Today, our focus is on second chapter, Sankhya Yoga, and in that so far, we have contemplated up to question number 9. So today we will continue from question number 10. But before we get started with question number 10, is there anyone here who would like to share anything further on any of the previous questions? Either on 7, 8 or 9. Is there anyone who would like to share your thoughts or feelings? Okay, if there is none, then we will begin with question number 10 for today. How do you relate to different problems? How do you relate to different problems that Arjuna is facing? Raga, then forgetfulness about duty, confusion, delusion, shoka, that is intense grief. So that is the question that we will take up now. Hari Om Rupaji.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om. We just began the contemplation session, and today we'll be beginning from question number 10. Before we get started with 10, Rupaji, is there any other questions that you would like to share? 7, 8 or 9, are you done with sharing your views on them?
No, sir.
Okay. Would you like to share on 7, 8, 9?
Yes, sir. Who has to guide and who has to act? Wow. There should be Krishna in everyone's life who would guide us. That person can be anyone. And we should all become Arjuna when we have such a guide. And sometimes even our own conscience will guide us. When we know that what is right, and when we are trying to differentiate between right and wrong, it is our conscience which is guiding us. What's the relevance to day-to-day life? In our day-to-day lives also, we will see that we learn a few things from others. So we can take them as our Krishna only. That's also. Can I go to the next one?
Sure, please. Yeah.
What does when shishya is ready, Guru will come mean, sir?
Yeah. What does it mean? What does it mean? Yeah. Or how do you relate to?
The Guru will come only when the time is right, when the fruits of our karma has started to yield the results. When a person is mature enough to take the learning of ultimate truth, only then Guru is going to come.
So prior to that, any other learning is then, how do you relate to those situations?
Any other learning is for transactional purpose, transactional purpose only in this world. Only the teaching that is given about the true self is the learning which a guru can give.
The transactional learning, is it not helpful in recognizing the teaching that the guru who teaches Atma Jnana is giving? Or in other words, can the Atma Jnana given by the guru be completely realized without the whatever the learning that you have gone through in your own life?
You mean to say the other learnings that that one has till he meets guru, is that not helpful for realizing one's true nature through guru's teaching?
Correct.
Is
So,
that,
yeah, correct.
yes, sir, it is useful only because I am getting the learning through the teaching of Prabhuji, but it is the other learning which is enabling me to uh, get that learning. Like for example, using the phone or the language, the English language that I have learned, that is helping me to attend these classes and get to know the teachings of ultimate truth.
Yeah, that is one aspect.
Huh.
Then the other aspect about, for example, what is really the propelling factor? What is the one that propels you towards this jnana? See, when do you seek out something very intensely? When do you really want something? As an example, let's say you're very thirsty. What is the thing that you will be seeking at most?
Yeah, the water. Only when um, I feel the need to know things, only then I can take it.
And what brought you to that feeling that, okay, here is some knowledge that can help me with whatever the situation of life? So, what is that that brought you till that point?
A lack of something in life, which because of which I feel life is not complete.
Correct.
That thing which is missing, maybe I can say it is peace of mind.
So, now the question is, isn't whatever the situation that created that point, okay,
Huh.
there is something that is lacking? So, even that realization, isn't that a great enabler to come into this path?
Yes, sir, it is.
So, keeping that viewpoint, then, would you say that, Guru is only when Atma Jnana has begun?
No, the desire to know the truth itself is the beginning point, sir.
Hmm.
Because not everyone will have that desire.
Hmm. So, whatever situation of life that led you to that, how would you see those situations then? Did they help you or not help you?
No, it was of great help because those were the times I changed as a person. So whenever there's problem, there are difficulties in life, I'm actually scared, but then I will always have that in mind that this is for something good only. It will help me progress as a person, or progress spiritually.
Correct. So then anything that helps me to transform has the same principle as a guru's principle, is it not?
Yes, sir. Yes, correct.
But then we tend to say that guru is appearing only when Atmajnana has begun.
Yeah, sir. But the realization itself is guru. The realization that whatever I thought previously was not right. That realization itself is the guru. But guru in person is what we think uh, is the true guru, but it is not like that. People sometimes realize a few things without the guru also. Maybe their progress would be a little slower. This is what I feel, because they realize it through their experiences in life. Uh, Whereas when there's a guru, there is someone who could um, directly show us that this is the ultimate truth.
Very nice.
What is? Can I go to the next question, sir?
Yeah, yeah. If you feel you have shared whatever
Ah,
you had to share.
yes. It is Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya means number. I don't know what is Sankhya Yoga, sir. I have not. I had gone through the video long back, so I don't remember now.
Okay, what does the word Sankhya bring to your mind, the word itself?
Sankhya, or the number.
The number, okay. So in a way, it, quite literally could mean, it's the yoga of the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, any viewpoint, and why would it be so? When you look at numbers, what is the quality of the numbers that you see?
Yes, sir. I don't know, sir.
All right. So as an example, one of the way to look at it is, see, what is the number that is denoting the finger that I'm holding, the number of finger that I'm holding?
It's 1,
Now,
2.
for this, can I use 3?
No, sir.
It would be incorrect, no?
Yeah.
So in a way, numbers give you accuracy and precision.
Yeah. Huh.
It's neither you cannot confuse this as that or this. It is that only. So in other words, a very clear, there can be no ambiguity. Okay, so as an example, let's say you're calling somebody, they're coming to your place. When will you come? And they say, oh, I'm there. Very soon I'll be there. You also keep the phone. Now, is that a very accurate statement?
Yes, sir. Time, usually the time is mentioned.
No, they simply say, I'll be there very soon. My question to you is that an accurate statement?
No, sir.
What is not accurate in that statement?
I'll be soon means soon can be any minute, like any second also.
Exactly, no. So there soon may be like Brahma's time, another day or another few hours. Your very soon may be next moment.
Yeah.
So therefore, it leads to ambiguity. There is no clarity. In a way, there is clarity, but there is still blurred clarity, correct?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Whereas the Sankhya Yoga is very clear. When you read the shlokas of the Sankhya Yoga and when you understand them, they bring the right perception, the right understanding. So in other words, that's why Sankhya Yoga is also named as the yoga of right perception. Because ultimately, in your life and my life, it is through the right perception that we take the right decisions. See, if the perception is wrong about what life is, about who I am, about what world is, it is like the 5 blind people touching the elephant and getting all sorts of confusing understanding about life. And that is what is behind my suffering, is it not? Having a wrong understanding about life is why I suffer in life. And it is through the right understanding, then that's why this picture is showing Arjuna piercing the eyes of that fish. Means he is very, very, very sharp. So the quality of that sharpness is what Sankhya Yoga brings in your mind. Clarity about what is this life, who I am, and what I should be doing, how I should be conducting my life, both about me, that is being, and how I should conduct, doing, being, doing, how it should be synchronized, how it should be harmonized. All of that is clearly brought out in Sankhya Yoga. So because of that, it is also called as the yoga of the right perception. When the perception is right, because at the foundation of your action, you perceive. So in the darkness, if you perceive there is a danger, and let's say as soon as your leg touches something, you may even scream because you perceived a threat. And on turning on the light, let's say it may be simply a pillow that was lying on the floor. So the wrong perception led to your action called as screaming, or the feeling called as fear. And the light is equivalent of the right perception. Oh, it is simply a pillow. Why did I unnecessarily scream? Is this bringing clarity?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is what the fundamental value of Sankhya Yoga. But now that you kind of see these viewpoints, why would you think this is the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita? What is the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita?
Arjuna Vishada Yoga.
Okay.
Arjuna was in dilemma. He was not able to come to a conclusion whether he has to fight or not. So he questions Krishna as to why he has to fight. And Krishna, to give him the right understanding, he discusses this chapter.
So that's in the context of Mahabharata and Krishna and Arjuna. How would you relate to why Vedavyasa Maharshi put this as a second chapter? See, there's a sequence in which the chapters of Bhagavad Gita are organized, no? Arjuna Vishada, Sankhya, then Karma. Like that, there's a sequence, right?
Yes, sir.
Why is this the very second chapter of Bhagavad Gita? What is the main theme in chapter 1?
Brahma Vidya, sir.
In chapter 1?
No, I don't know, sir.
No, chapter 1, you heard the shlokas, right? You've seen the chapter 1 shlokas. Based on them, what do you think is the main theme of chapter 1?
Arjuna is expressing his dilemma in chapter 1, sir.
Right? That's the main theme of chapter 1. In chapter 1, it's all about Arjuna expressing his dilemma, worry, tension, whatever, right? Yeah. Was there any teaching given by Sri Krishna in chapter 1?
No, sir. He patiently listens to Arjuna.
Correct. Right? So, when does the real teaching from Bhagavan Sri Krishna begin?
In the chapter 2.
In the chapter 2. And particularly after shloka number 2.7. Karpanya doshopa hatasvabhavaha. Till then, it is continuously Arjuna speaking. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So now my question is, why do you think this is the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita?
There, Arjuna speaks about dharma and adharma. So he feels that he will be doing something adharma. So to resolve this confusion, Krishna starts giving the jnana to Arjuna.
Sure. The question can also be framed as, he could have begun with any of the Bhagavad Gita chapters. Why did he precisely begin with the Sankhya Yoga? And that too, if you recall let me just show you the shlokas from 2.7 onwards. See, 2.7 is where, what is the main message of 2.7?
Yes, he's totally surrendering, and requesting Krishna to guide him.
Right? So this is the turning point, correct?
Yeah.
Soon after that, what are the key messages of Sri Krishna? Let's just quickly just read through the next three shlokas. So 2.8 also he is again expressing that the feelings in 2.7, right? And it is in 2.9 that Sanjaya is saying like this, he gave up. And when is the first time that Sri Krishna starts really speaking is from 2.11 onwards.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you can see the next three shlokas. So what is the first thing that Sri Krishna is saying here?
He's saying that you are speaking like a pandita, but
See, Krishna is a friend of Arjuna. He didn't start with, it's okay, Arjuna, it's all going to be okay, fine, I'm there with you. He didn't start anything like that.
he first scolds him.
Then 12.
He's giving the knowledge of the self, which was there from the time beginless, and it will be there ever.
So in a way, if you look at it, the very first teaching Sri Krishna has given us, it can also be said as, Nanu nanembudu nanalla, I deha mana buddhi nanalla.
Yes.
Sachidananda Shiva nanu nane. What is the 13th one?
Here he is telling about the soul, with the depth of anyone is not the end, because the soul, after leaving the body, it has to go to another, it takes another body, and there the journey will continue. So one should not be deluded by this.
So what is the very first teaching Sri Krishna has given?
It is about the true self,
About the eternal nature of your true self. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the question can also be then, how come among all the truths that could have been taught to Arjuna, why did he choose to teach this truth as a beginning teaching?
Because that true self is the only thing that is there, and nothing is there. And the Arjuna was lamenting on the things that are all mithya. So he is showing him the satya by speaking about the true self.
So in a way, that shloka alone is enough. If it is properly, clearly, it is realized, the whole job is done. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
All right. is there anything that anyone likes to ask or add to what Rupaji has been saying so far? Shilpakalaji, Padmaji, Padma Amma, Savitri Amma, anyone? Anything that you would like to ask or add to what Rupaji has been saying?
No, sir.
Rupaji, is there anything more that you would like to share on any of these three?
No, sir.
Okay. Shall we continue then?
Yeah.
Okay. Then let us take up question number 10. So how do you, not related, how do you relate? How do you relate to the problems that Arjuna is facing? Raga, then forgetfulness about the duty, confusion, delusion, shoka. Shilpaji, would you like to begin?
So I would first like to listen to what others have to say.
All right. Okay, yeah, Padmaji, please.
So how do you relate to different problems Arjuna is facing? Raga, forgetfulness about duty, confusion, delusion, and intense grief. I think we all face the same problems, or at least we used to face the same problems till we came to this, studying of the scriptures, and till our journey began in the direction of Atmajnana. So why is it so? Because I think we all, the fact that I am Brahman, I forget that, and then I associate with this body, mind, intellect complex. When I identify with the body, mind, intellect complex, what happens is, first thing that comes is raga. Raga is attachment to relatives, your family members, your extended people, or your friends. It could be anyone. Then because of that raga, there is lot of times you forget your duties as well, what you are supposed to do actually. Because of that attachment, you may not perform your duties how it should be done. Or here I connect duty to dharma. So according to dharma, what you should be doing there, many times you may not be able to do that. Third is confusion. So there is a loss of the correct reasoning itself. There is no clarity in what you have to do. It is more driven by this raga and moha. So the fourth one, delusion, is nothing but moha. So in when you perform duties in an adharmic way, you only justify it also as it is correct. It is correct. That way, what happens is, even though you are performing actions in a adharmic way, you will tend to justify it. So when you justify it, there is no way to see what was needed to actually be done. So you continue like that. And because of all this, because you are constantly performing, driven by all this, raga, moha, all this, because of that, you end up in intense grief, because neither are you happy, and there is no way someone else you can give happiness anyway. That is for them. So you are not happy with yourself. There is something within you that keeps saying that, this is not enough, or that is not enough, or I didn't do the right thing. So because of that, then you slowly, first it begins with sadness, and then after that it goes into depression, which is the intense grief. Similar to what Arjuna was facing in his own life, because of the attachments he had to his relatives. He couldn't, he came to the battlefield, and just when the war is about to begin, he is finding it helpless. He has so many questions. I think similarly, we have also multiple questions in situations when we don't have clarity. We are confused. What should we do? Is this even right? Even after performing the action, we may have doubt. What is this going to yield? What result is going to come out of this? And then there is constant worry, anxiety, and all this. The moment we have the Atmajnana, or I can say this all is the result of the lack of Atmajnana. Because I associate myself with the various identities and roles that I play, I perform with all this as a background rather than having the correct jnana and then performing with clarity. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Padmaji. ಸಾವಿತ್ರಿ ಅಮ್ಮ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಗೊಂದಲದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅವನು ರಣರಂಗದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಂತ ತನ್ನ ಗುರುಗಳು, ಹಿರಿಯರು ಮತ್ತು ರಕ್ತ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಗಳು ಹಾಗೂ ಸಹೋದರರನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಲ್ಲಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅವರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡಲಿ ಎಂಬ ಮೋಹಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಗಾಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಥವಾ ರಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಹ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ರಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಮೋಹಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಗಾಗಿರುತ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಳಗಾಗಿರುವವರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನೋಡುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕುಡಿತದ ಚಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬಲಿಯಾಗಿರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಕುಡಿತದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಖವಿದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸುಖ ಸಿಗಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಎಂಬ ಅಜ್ಞಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಳುಗಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಖ ಇರೋದೇ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕುಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸುಖ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳಿದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಈ ಸುಖ ಹೊರಗೆಲ್ಲೂ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ತಿಳಿದಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸುಖ ಎಂಬ ಅಜ್ಞಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಮುಳುಗಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಆದರೆ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಾಗ ಯಾವುದು ಸತ್ಯ, ಯಾವುದು ಮಿಥ್ಯ, ಅಥವಾ ಸುಖ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಸಂತೋಷ ಹೊರಗೆ ಸಿಗುವ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಲ್ಲಿದೆಯೋ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಂತರಾತ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿದೆಯೋ ಎಂದು ತಿಳಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪರಿಹಾರವನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸುಖ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಸಿಗುವಂತ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸುಖ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಇದೆ, ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಸಂತೋಷವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೇವೆ ಎಂದು ನಾವು ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳಿಯಲು ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅರ್ಜುನ ತನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ಮರೆಯುವುದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಪ್ಪು ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತನ್ನ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಗಳನ್ನು ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಂದರೆ ತಾನು ಪಾಪಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೇನೆ ಅಥವಾ ತಾನು ಪಾಪದ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ ಎಂಬ ತಿಳುವಳಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ವಿಚಾರಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಪಾಪದ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಅವನು ತನ್ನ ಕ್ಷತ್ರಿಯ ಧರ್ಮದ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯವನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮರೆತಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಬರೀ ಪಾಪ ಪುಣ್ಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾನೆ, ತನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯವೇನು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಅವನು ಮರೆತಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಈ ಯುದ್ಧ ಇದು ಧರ್ಮ ಮತ್ತು ಅಧರ್ಮದ ನಡುವೆ ನಡೆಯುವ ಯುದ್ಧ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಅವನು ಮರೆತಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಅನೇಕ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಿಭಾಯಿಸುವಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಅನೇಕ ಧರ್ಮದ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಮರೆತಿರುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕರ್ಮವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಫಲಾಪೇಕ್ಷೆಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ನಾವು ಕರ್ಮವನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದು ನಿಷ್ಕಾಮ ಕರ್ಮವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಎಂಬ ಅರಿವು ನಮಗಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇವೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿಗಾಗಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾನೆ, ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಗಂಡನಿಗಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾಳೆ, ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾಳೆ ಎಂಬ ಮೋಹದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಬಂಧಗಳ ಮೋಹದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಿಲುಕಿ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇವು ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಯೂ ಮಾಡದಂತಿರಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ ಮೋಹಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಲುಕಿದರೆ ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೊರಬರುವುದು ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಷ್ಟವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಮೋಹಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಗಾಗಬಾರದು, ಮತ್ತು ನಾವು ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ನಿಷ್ಠರಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಹಾಗೂ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯದಿಂದ ವಿಮುಖರಾಗಬಾರದು, ಅಥವಾ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಗಬಾರದು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅರ್ಜುನನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಧರ್ಮ ಏನು, ನಿನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯವೇನು, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡು. ನೀನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ಅಧರ್ಮದ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ, ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡುವುದು, ಅಧರ್ಮವನ್ನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡುವುದು, ಅದು ನಿನ್ನ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅರ್ಜುನನಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಂಶಯ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಜುನನಿಗೆ ಪಾಪ ಪುಣ್ಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಂಶಯವಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವರನ್ನು ಕೊಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಪಾಪದ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ, ಇದರಿಂದ ನರಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೇನೆ, ಅವರನ್ನು ಕೊಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಗ ನಾನು ಸ್ವರ್ಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಪ ಪುಣ್ಯಗಳ ಸಂಶಯದಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಆದರೆ ಪಾಪ ಪುಣ್ಯಗಳು ಮುಂದಿನ ಜನ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಅವುಗಳು ಜಮ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತವೆ. ಇವರನ್ನು ಕೊಲ್ಲುವುದು ಪಾಪವಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಪುಣ್ಯದ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅರ್ಜುನನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನು ಕೊಲ್ಲುವುದು ಅಧರ್ಮಿಗಳನ್ನು ನೀನು ಕೊಲ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಅದು ಪಾಪದ ಕೆಲಸವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಪುಣ್ಯದ ಕೆಲಸ. ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಿಸುವುದು ಇದು ಪುಣ್ಯದ ಕೆಲಸ, ನೀನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ಧರ್ಮದ ರಕ್ಷಣೆಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಅಂತೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಈಗ ಸೈನಿಕರು ಕೂಡ ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಪಾಪ ಪುಣ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯುದ್ಧ ನಡೆದಾಗ ಒಂದು ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಯುದ್ಧ ನಡೆದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಪ ಪುಣ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೈರಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶವನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ರಕ್ಷಿಸಿಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕೆಂಬುದು ಅವರಿಗೆ, ದೇಶದ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಜ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡುವುದು ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಜ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇದನ್ನು ಕಾಣುತ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಪ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಅಥವಾ ಪುಣ್ಯದ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಚಾರವಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಕೂಡ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ. ವೈರಿ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದಿಂದ ದೇಶ ರಕ್ಷಿಸುವುದು ಇದು ಧರ್ಮವಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂದು ಸೈನಿಕರು ತಿಳಿದಿರುತ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಯೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಮಾಯೆಗೆ ಒಳಗಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನವರನ್ನು ಕೊಂದರೆ ಪಾಪ, ಹಾಗೂ ಈ ದೇಹವನ್ನು ಕೊಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಪಾಪ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಅವನು ಮಾಯೆಗೆ ಒಳಗಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಶಾಶ್ವತವಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆತ್ಮ ಮಾತ್ರ ಶಾಶ್ವತ. ಈ ದೇಹ ಇಂದಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ನಾಶವಾಗಿಯೇ ಹೋಗುತ್ತದೆ. ನೀನು ಕೊಲ್ಲುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ದೇಹವನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ, ಆತ್ಮವನ್ನಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ನೀನು ಕೊಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದ್ರೂ ಈ ದೇಹ ನಾಶವಾಗಿಯೇ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂದಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ಅವರ ದೇಹಗಳು ನಾಶವಾಗಿಯೇ ಹೋಗುತ್ತವೆ. ಆದರೆ ಆತ್ಮ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದು ಮರುಜನ್ಮ ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ದೇಹಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸೇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಜುನನಿಗೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಮಾಯೆ ಗೊಂದಲವನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ನಿವಾರಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಯೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ದಂತೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಈ ಮಾಯಾ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಿಂದ ಹೊರಬಂದು ನೀನು ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡು ಎಂದು ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅರ್ಜುನನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸತ್ಯ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಯಾವುದು, ಮಿಥ್ಯ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಯಾವುದು ಎಂಬುದು ಗೊಂದಲದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತೇವೆ. ಸತ್ಯ ಮಿಥ್ಯ, ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮರೀಚಿಕೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬಿಸಿಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬಿಸಿಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಅದು ನೀರಿನಂತೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರಿದೆಯೋ ಅನ್ನುವಂತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅದು ಭ್ರಮೆಯನ್ನು ಉಂಟು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಹೀಗೆ ನಾವು ಅನೇಕ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಯೆಯಿಂದ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೂ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಇದ್ದಂತೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ಮಾಯಾ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಅಂತೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಈ ಮಾಯಾ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಿಂದ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೊರಬರಬೇಕು ಎಂದು ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣನು ಅರ್ಜುನನಿಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದುಃಖ ಅಂತೆ. ದುಃಖ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಜುನ ತನ್ನವರನ್ನು ಯುದ್ಧದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ದುಃಖ ಪಡುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಆಗ ಭಗವಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ನೀನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ನಿನ್ನ ದೇಹವೇ ನೀನಲ್ಲವೆಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀನು ಏನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವೆ ಅಂತ. ನಿನ್ನ ದೇಹ ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಆತ್ಮ ಶಿವ ನಾನೇ ಎಂದಾಗ ನೀನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವೆ ಅಂತ. ದೇಹ ನಾಶದಿಂದ ನೀನು ಏನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಎನ್ನುವುದು ಕೂಡ ಜಗದ ನಿಯಮ ಅಂತ. ಇವತ್ತು ನನ್ನದಾಗಿದ್ದು ನಾಳೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರದಾಗಿರುತ್ತದೆ, ಬೇರೆಯವರದಾಗಿದ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬರದ್ದಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೂ ಶಾಶ್ವತವಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ನೀನು ಅಶಾಶ್ವತವಾಗಿದ್ದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚಿಂತಿಸಿ ಏಕೆ ದುಃಖ ಪಡುವೆ ಎಂದು ಭಗವಂತ ಅರ್ಜುನನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಕೇಳುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನಿಜ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದು ನನ್ನದು ಅದು ನನ್ನದು ಎಂದು ನಾವು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಭಯದಿಂದ ದುಃಖಿತರಾಗುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಆದರೆ ಕಳೆದು ಹೋಗುವುದು ಈ ನಿಸರ್ಗದ ನಿಯಮ. ನಾವು ಇರುವಂತ ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಸತ್ಯ ಆ ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿದ್ಧವಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ದುಃಖಿತರಾಗಿರುತ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಇರುವ ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಂಡಾಗ ದುಃಖದಿಂದ ಹೊರಬರುತ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ. ಇದೇ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸಾವಿತ್ರಿ ಅಮ್ಮ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
Shilpaji, would you like to share your view now or only at the end?
So I'll share my view. How do you relate to different problems Arjuna is facing? The problems which mainly arise is due to attachment, and it's like it has a cascading effect. The too much of attachment to things and people leads to forgetfulness of our duty, our dharma, which has to be followed in certain situation. Then there is confusion due to too much attachment. When things, when we are attached to situations, or rather to the outcome of the situations, it leads to confusion. Then due to too much of attachment, maya, there is delusion, intense grief. So all these, I feel all these are the cascading effects of too much of attachment, and it's only with self-knowledge that you can differentiate what is permanent and what is not permanent, what is mithya and what is satya. So this is what I feel. It's only through Atmajyana, like Padmaji said, we can free ourselves from all this problems.
Very nice. Thank you, Shilpaji.
Thank you, sir.
Padma Amma, before Padma Amma begins, it's already 7:30. Is it okay to continue? We still have Padma Amma, Rupaji, and my views to be shared. Is it okay, or should we resume in the next session?
We can resume in the next session, sir.
All right. Padma Amma, Rupaji, okay?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So you get a bonus 1 week to come prepared.
Yeah.
So then we'll end the contemplation here. Hari Om.